So I need to tell you guys something that happened today. Definitely a miracle that the Lord performed. So I went to the car place and I had to get my oil changed and my tires rotated. It was time. And this month has been, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking, well, I'm sure you do, but there are some months where random unexpected things happen and you have to pay for them. And you're like, I wasn't expecting this, um, and it comes out of left field, and it's like all the different angles, right? So that's been this month for me. It's just been coming from all different angles of things that I've been like, what, and so I would say it's definitely been a discouraging month in that area because of that. So of course it was also the same month I had to get my oil changed and my tires rotated. Well, about a week ago, every time I would brake, my car was shaking, and I was like, "What is going on?" And if you're car people, you might know exactly why, but I had no idea. And I'm like, "This is lovely," and I don't know if it has to do with the fact that it needed an oil change, but I will say, about 3 days ago, it stopped doing that. It just stopped shaking, and I really was like, I feel like God fixed whatever was going on. Like, I just had a moment where I was like, okay, I think that was the Lord, because it was doing it and then it just stopped. And I was like, I'm going to take it as God. And I just did. I just took it as that. Well, I get to the car place today. I've had a light out in the front for like over a month. Months. I think it's been like a couple months that I've had a light out. And I've known I've had to get a new light. It hasn't worked out. So, anyways, I'm there today, and they're doing the oil change and the tire rotation. And then I said, would you mind just kind of telling me a ballpark of how much it'll be for the light and the labor, for when I come back, just so I'll know? And he was like, yeah, we can quote it. So he quoted it roughly around 200 for the labor and the light. And he was like, but let me go out there and just double check that this is the light. He said, because it could be 65 to 200. We'll have to see. Like, it just depends. He said, but I'll go check that this is the light, and I'll give you like a more accurate quote. And of course, my mind's just like, oh, $200. Like, I'm just thinking about that. And on top of all these other things lately. And he goes out there, he comes back, he said, so I checked it and all your lights were working. And he was like, I even got two other guys. He was like, I did not tell them what to look for. I just said, turn on the lights. And he was just like, they didn't know specifically what to look for, but they came back with the same thing, that all your lights are working fine. And as he was talking, I was like, oh my gosh, like God did that. And you could see he knew God did it. It was one of those moments where him and I both at the same time were like, that was a miracle. Like, God did this. And we both kind of laughed. And I knew immediately he was a Christian, because I said, okay, that was the Lord. He's like, yeah. Like, it was kind of crazy. So anyways, I had to share, because I'm like getting hot right now because it's crazy to even think about. But like, my light has literally been out for 2 months. It has been out, and it's just so cool. So I had to share that miracle, how he just does miracles when you're not expecting, and you're like, wait, what? Yeah. So thank you, God.